If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a like and subscribe to my channel for more of my content. Also be sure to press the notification button down below, that way when a new video comes out, you'll be notified. Warning, major spoilers for the Captain Marvel movie. So on its opening day, I saw the Captain Marvel movie with a friend of mine and we actually had a fun time. It's an enjoyable film with nice characters, funny moments, and with some pretty decent action. Now is it the SJW, feminist, soy boy, a couple more thousand uncomfortable alt-right terms later, NPC, beta cuck, agenda film? Not really. I mean, the only agenda I saw was the fact that it was a big budget glorified 2-hour commercial for the United States Air Force. If you don't like the movie, that's alright. After all, not everything's for everyone, and I'll be the first to admit that this movie has its flaws. In fact, one of the flaws I think the movie suffered from the most is the villain. Yeah, I did not care much for Jan Rog. The thing is, he had a lot of potential. Being Carol's commanding officer and a father figure towards her, it seemed like he somewhat did care for her. But he wasn't in the movie long enough to develop his character to the point where the reveal of his portrayal didn't seem all that heartbreaking, and had he been developed more, I think that scene would have worked a lot better. For the past year, it seems like we've been getting a lot of good Marvel villains, from Ego the Living Planet, to Hela, to the Vulture, to Killmonger, to Thanos. Heck, even some side villains just the Grand Master and Claw were very fun to watch. Then we kinda get Jan Rog, who seems like a villain from the early Marvel movies. However, for the sequel, in order to fix this villain problem, I offer a villain who would be perfect for Captain Marvel 2, and that would be Super Skrull. Before I go into Super Skrull himself, I must go into the detail on the Skrulls from the comics. The Skrulls in the movie are portrayed as more sympathetic and comedic. Their numbers are dwindling, trying to find a home, basically being nomads. However, in the comics, the Skrulls were basically like the Kree. They were a huge empire who would go toe-to-toe with the Kree. They were run by a monarchy with the king or queen being head. They had a huge army and were basically what the Kree described them in the movie, basically using their shape-shifting abilities to blend in with the populace of different worlds and help prepare for that planet's conquest. Heck, there was a storyline focused on this called Secret Invasion. This leads to Super Skrull. For those who don't know, Super Skrull, whose real name is Clert, is a Skrull commander and super soldier who has the power of all the Fantastic Four. He has Mr. Fantastic electricity, the Invisible Woman's invisibility and force fields, the Human Torch's flame, and the Thing's wrought-like strength. He's basically like Vegeta from the early days of Dragon Ball Z, a ruthless warrior who is proud of his race. However, in certain stories, he's a renegade and sometimes being exiled by the Skrull royalty until he completes a certain task. And here is where he fits into the story. At the end of Captain Marvel, Carol helps the Skrulls try to find a new homeworld, but we also hear that there are thousands of other Skrulls scattered across the universe. But we see that some Skrulls just want a peaceful life, others could just want war. Super Skrull could be an antagonist who wants vengeance on the Kree. He remembers the days when the Skrulls were powerful, but due to the Skrull losing the Kree-Skrull War and the power of the Empire being stripped away, and even seeing his people being exterminated, including his family. Because of this, he wants to destroy the Kree for what they did. Therefore, he uses a rogue faction of Skrull scientists to give him the powers he needs for his crusade. This could lead to a villain with a sympathetic backstory, but someone who would have to be stopped. That being said, he wouldn't fight Captain Marvel at first, giving her a warning along the lines of, "Carol Danvers, you may have Kree blood in you, but you saved my people from extinction, therefore I will spare you. However, if you try to come between me and my vengeance, I will not hesitate to kill you." This would also give a moral dilemma for Carol because she has a love for the Kree as well. They kidnapped her, took 6 years of her life, and is probably on her top wanted list as she's basically committed treason against them. That being said, she wouldn't let innocent people die just because of what the Kree military and the Supreme Intelligence did to her. Not to mention, it would also put things in a different perspective. While we the audience know Carol as the hero, many in the galaxy would see Super Skrull as the hero. You have to remember, the Kree has conquered, enslaved, and slaughtered many alien races in the Marvel Universe. This was best seen in the first Guardians of the Galaxy where Xandar was almost destroyed by them. Many would see Carol as someone who's just going back to her old Kree ways and would lead to many distrusting her. This will lead to an awesome yet emotional fight scene between the two intergalactic beings. And with Disney buying Fox and plans for the Fantastic Four to come into the MCU, this is more likely going to be a thing. But what do you think? Did you like the Captain Marvel movie? Who do you think should be the next villain for the sequel? Where do you think the story should go? Leave your comments down below and I'll see y'all next time.